Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you've got a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance. So if it doesn't feel right, or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. So we'll come to all fours. From here we'll come to a few rounds of cat-cow to start with. So we're tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops, tipping your pelvis forward and taking your gaze forward. So gently moving through these transitions for a few rounds as we start to wake the body up. And we can inhale as we tip the pelvis forward. Inhaling all the way through that movement, and then we're breathing out all the way through the movement of tipping pelvis back, back arches and head drops. And as we're going through that movement, or as we go through the movement of the back arching and the head dropping, we'll take the bum back towards the heel. So as you start to tip your pelvis back, we'll take the bum back, the back arches, the head drops. And then as you inhale, we'll tip the pelvis forward and take the gaze forward. Tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drop, bum back towards the heels. Maybe shuffling the fingertips forwards a little bit, so as you come forward, you tip the pelvis forward, so the pelvis can move towards the ground a bit more as you take your gaze forward. And then we come back. Inhaling, coming forwards, tipping the pelvis, taking the gaze forwards, and breathing out, coming back. And then pausing next time we're upright or in an all fours position, we'll bring the knees under the hips if they're not there already. We'll come into puppy pose. So we're hips above the knees, walk hands away, so the arms are straight, shoulder width apart and parallel. Fingers spread, hands gently press forwards into the mat, the bum moves a bit in the other direction. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, allow the chest to sink towards the mat. And a slight lift up, pop the forearms down and shoulders forwards above your elbows, so modified forearm plank. And we'll come back to puppy pose, so the hips move back above the knees. Press the hands into the mat so it helps to lift the forearms up, head between the arms. Deep breath in, breathing out, chest sinks. And a slight lift up, forearms down, shoulders forwards above the elbows, holding there.
And back to puppy pose, the hips back above the knees, press the hands into the mat to lift the forearms up, head between the arms. And again, we'll take a deep breath. Breathe out, chest sinks. And lifting up, forearms down, shoulders forwards above the elbows. And from here, if we can, we're going to curl the toes under and come into a forearm plank. And then from our forearm plank, we're pressing the forearms into the mat as if you're trying to push it forward, so you press the bum towards the ceiling. As you do that, feel free to bend the legs, heads hanging, gazes to the back of the mat, and shoulders forwards, forearm plank. Pressing through the forearms, press the bum back, head hanging, shoulders forwards, forearm plank. Once more, pressing through the forearms, pressing the bum back. Pop the knees down wide. We'll come into extended child's pose. So walk the hands back, bum to heels, sliding the hands out in front, fingers spread, hands gently pressing forwards into the mat. And then inhale, coming up, bring the shoulders forwards. And breathe out as you come back down. Inhale as you come up. And then breathe out, back down again. And then we'll pause next time we're upright or on all fours. We'll bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. From here, we'll lift up the right hand, twisting to the right, so you're reaching right fingertips up to ceiling. Right hand comes down, and then to the left, reaching up. Left hand down, to the right. Right hand comes down, and to the left. And then bringing your left hand back down. From here, we'll make our way to downward dog. So curl the toes under, press through the hands, press the bum back. Shoulders come forwards into a plank position. Pressing back into downward dog. Forwards to plank. Back to downward dog. Walk the hands back to your feet to forward fold. So we're coming to the back of the mat, bending over at the waist. Inhale, coming up. Hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. And taking your hands down. And we'll take a short step forwards with your right foot. Inhale, raise the arms up in front. Breathe out, swing through to the back. Inhale in front. Exhale to the back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Allow your arms to drop, left foot forwards and back with your right. We'll inhale up, breathe out to the back, inhale front, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then allowing the arms to drop down, feet a bit wider than hip width. Taking the arms through from one side to the other. Lifting the arms up a bit higher. And allowing the arms to drop. So we'll go through a standing sequence. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of what will the first sort of movement that we'll come into. So in a moment we'll step back into a lunge position. We'll raise up. We'll breathe in and then we're going to breathe out, bring the chest forwards, reaching forwards. From here, I'm bending the back leg to take the gaze forwards, and then I'm going to straighten, arms come down. So my right hand is going to stay down, and I'm going to keep this left arm coming round so I can twist to the left. And then that arm will come back round and we'll raise back up, and then we'll go through that movement again. So if we're at the top of the mat, so with feet hip width, we're extending up. We're going to stride back with the right foot to lunge. So a nice big step back, raising the arms up, Take a breath in. So as we breathe out, bringing the chest forwards, reaching forwards, bending your right leg so you take your gaze forwards, straighten your right leg, folding forward so the arms come down, right fingertips stay down as you keep circling that left hand round to the left, so we end up twisting to the left. Left arm comes back where it came from and we raise up. So chest forwards, reaching forwards, bending your right leg, gaze forwards, straightening your right leg, folding forwards, arms come down, right arm stays straight down as you bring that left arm round, twisting to the left, left fingertips to ceiling. Left arm comes back where it came from, raising up. So once more, chest moves forwards, reaching forwards, taking a bend in the right leg, straightening your right leg, folding forwards, coming down, keeping that left arm circling round as you twist to the left. The left arm comes back where it came from and you raise up. So from here we're going to bring the right knee down and the hands down onto the mat. Shuffle your left foot to the left and forwards on your mat, so as you look down your ankle is ahead of the knee, hands down on the inside of that left foot, bringing your hips forwards. So you're bringing them forwards to that point where you feel that resistance, sense of stretch, and just checking your left knee is roughly above your left ankle. And we'll pause here for a few breaths, and as you're breathing out you're imagining the hips sinking down towards the mat. So the arms are either straight or maybe you can take a slight bend at the elbows. A few more breaths. And then starting to walk the hands back so we can work towards straightening the left leg. So bring the left leg over to the right a little bit so it's more in front of your left hip. And then again we'll extend up, chest forwards, hands down, head hanging, pausing here. So as you're breathing out, you're imagining the body's relaxing, the head sinking down. From this position, we'll keep the right hand down on the mat and we're going to lift up the left and twist to the left, reaching up. Left hand comes down and we'll twist to the right, reaching up, and right hand down to the left. Left hand comes down and to the right. And right hand back down. From here, we'll bring the hips forward so you can bend your left leg. Take the left leg back so we come to an all fours position. From all fours, we'll come to downward dog. Curl the toes under, press through the hands, pressing the bum back, head hanging. From here, we're going to lift up the right foot, press the right heel to the ceiling behind you. So three-legged downward dog. And we're going to bring the right knee towards the right arm. So as you bring it forwards, the shoulders will move forwards. And then we press back, pressing heel to ceiling. And bringing that right knee forwards again. And pressing back, right heel to ceiling. Right knee comes forwards towards your right arm. And from here, step the right foot back to plank and then press the bum back to downward dog. So we're going to the left side. Lift up your left leg, press your left heel to the ceiling. Left knee towards your left arm. And then pressing left heel to the ceiling. Left knee, left arm. Pressing back. Left knee to the left arm. Left foot back to plank. Press the bum back to downward dog. From here we want to make our way to crescent lunge. So we're going to lift up the left foot, bend the left leg. Left foot comes forwards and we're raising up. So the right heel is off the mat. Hips, chest forwards. Arms to horizontal. Right arm under left. Fingertips up. Fingers to palms if you can. So we're going to have a go at warrior 3 with the arms in this position. So we're pressing off the right foot. Weight into your left leg. Folding forwards. And then we're going to bend the left leg, step the right foot back so it's flat, raising the arms up. From here, taking the arms up so fingertips are to the ceiling, so we're going to come into tree pose with the arms in this position. So we're pressing off that right foot again, weighting to your left. From here, we're going to take the hands together in front of the chest. So we're going to bend the left leg, and if we can, right leg onto the left thigh. And then we'll come back to tree pose. So we straighten the left leg, reach up through the fingertips. And then coming back down, hands together in front of the chest, bend the left leg, right leg on thigh. And then coming back up. And once more, bend the left leg, hands together, and then we'll come to standing. So we'll run through that again, leading with the left side. So we're at the top of the mat, we're extending up. So we'll take a nice big stride back with the left foot to lunge. So left heel off the mat, raise the arms. So we'll take a breath in. So as you breathe out, chest moves forwards, reaching forwards. Bending your left leg so the chest face forwards, the gaze is forwards. Straightening your left leg, folding forward. So as the arms come down, the left fingertips stay straight down, and we'll circle that right arm round so we end up twisting to the right. Right arm comes back round, raising up. Chest forwards, reaching forwards. Bending your left leg, taking your gaze forwards. Straightening your left leg, folding forwards, arms down. Circling that right arm round, right fingertips to ceiling. Right arm comes back round, raising up. Chest moves forwards, reaching forwards. Bending your left leg, taking your gaze forwards. Straightening your left leg, folding forwards. Circling that right arm round, so left fingertips are straight down, right fingertips are to the ceiling. Right arm comes back round, we raise up. And then from here, left knee and hands down onto the mat. Shuffling right foot to the right side of the mat and forwards a little bit. So the ankle is ahead of the knee. Hands down, bringing the hips forwards. So wherever you meet that point of resistance, we're just making sure the right knee's above the right ankle. And we'll pause here for a few breaths. So either the arms are straight, maybe bending at the elbows, allow the head to hang. So the hands and arms are supporting you, imagining, telling yourself the rest of the body's relaxed. And then we'll walk the hands back so we can work towards straightening your right leg. Bring it over to the left a bit so it's more in front of the hip. Extending up, chest forwards, head hanging, pausing here. Steady breath. So we'll keep the left hand on the mat, we'll lift up the right and twist to the right. Reaching up through the fingertips, right hand comes down, and to the left, reaching up, left hand down, to the right, right hand comes down, and then to the left, and left hand comes down. So we'll bring the hips forward so you can bend your right leg, take your right leg back as we return to all fours. And then from all fours, we'll come to downward dog, curl the toes under, pressing the bum back. So we'll do knee to elbow again, lifting up your right foot, press the right heel to the ceiling, right knee towards your right arm, and then pressing back, right heel to ceiling, right knee towards your right arm, and pressing right heel to ceiling, right knee towards your right arm, right foot back to plank, and then press the bum back to downward dog. Lifting up your left foot, left heel to ceiling, left knee towards your left arm, and then pressing back, left heel ceiling, left knee towards your left arm, and then once more, left heel to the ceiling, left knee towards your left arm, left foot back to plank, press the bum back to downward dog. So from downward dog, crescent lunge, lifting up your right foot, bend your right leg, bring your right foot forwards, bring it up with the hand if you need to, we're raising up. Bringing the arms to horizontal, left arm under right, fingertips to ceiling, fingers to palms if you're able, or your best position if you struggle with that. So into warrior three again, press off the left foot, weight into the right leg, folding forwards. And then we'll bend the right leg, left foot back flat, unwind the arms to warrior one. So taking the arms up, fingertips towards the ceiling, we'll come into tree pose, so pressing off left foot inside of your right leg. And again, so hands together in front of your chest as you bend your right leg, left leg, right thigh. Straightening your right leg and reaching up. Bending your right leg, hands come down. And then straightening, reaching up. And once more, bending the right leg, right thigh. And into standing. And we're at the top of the mat. We'll bring hands together. We'll take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and then out. Inhaling up. Breathing out as you fold forwards. Fingertips to shins as you lift into flat back. Hands down on the mat and we'll step back to plank. All the way down. Extend toes. Inhale, cobra. Breathe out, down. Curl the toes under, up and back into downward dog. Stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Breathing out, folding forwards. And lifting into flat back. Hands to mat, back to plank. All the way down, extending your toes, inhale as you lift your chest, breathing out, down. From here we'll press up to all fours, take the knees wide, toes towards each other, bum to heel, slide the hands out. So you've got the hands are on the mat, the forearms are lifted, they're not on the mat, so you've got the hands down and allowing your chest to sink down without the forearms contacting, unless you're flexible, quite flexible in the shoulders and maybe your head reaches the mat in this position. And then we'll inhale and lift up, bring the shoulders forwards. Breathe out as you come down. Inhale coming up and breathing out back down. Pausing when we're upright, we'll come to lying down, legs bent and feet flat. So we've got legs bent, feet flat. We'll reach down with the fingertips, catch the backs of the heels. So we do a few rounds of bridge, and as we lift the back up, we'll raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling, and then arms come down again. And being mindful of the knees not splaying out to the sides, we're trying to keep them hip width apart as well. So we'll inhale, lift the bum up, peel the spine up, raise the arms. Breathe out as you slowly come back down. Inhale, peel the spine up, raise the arms up, pressing the hips up, breathing out slowly down. Inhaling up, breathing out back down. So we'll continue this movement for a few rounds so you're following your own breath. And then next time your spine and arms come down, we'll Leave them there. And then we'll lift the feet up and take the hands to the knees. So we draw the knees in towards the chest, take the knees apart away from each other, knees move away so your arms straighten, back together, in towards the chest and apart, and then away, back together, in towards the chest. So we'll keep going through this circular movement, inhaling as your knees move away, breathing out as you draw your knees in. And then in the opposite direction. And then feet down onto the mat, arms down by your side, allowing both legs to the right side. So windscreen wiper to the right, pausing here. And then inhaling to center, breathe out to the left. Keep the legs on the left side. And then inhaling up, and we'll breathe out to the right, gently from side to side for a few rounds. And then pausing next time you're back to center, we'll slide that left foot away, left leg long, and we'll reach over with the left hand to guide the right leg to the left. So you're rolling onto the outside of your left leg, the right hand or fingertips are touching the ground on your right side. Breathing out, maybe feeling the body edge into the twist a little bit more. And then slowly back to center, and we'll switch legs, extending the right, reach across with your right hand, guide left leg to the right side, steady breath. And then back to center, we'll come into relaxation for a few moments. So arms by your side, closing the eyes. Noticing how you feel right now, having completed your yoga session, in your body, in your mind. And then we'll start to take some deeper breaths. Moving your fingers and toes, bending the legs up, getting the feet flat if they're not there already, rolling to one side, pressing up. We'll come to a seated position, closing the eyes, bringing the hands together. So thank you all for making time for yoga this morning. Thank you all for your continued support of these sessions. Namaste.